I'm receiving some sort of transmission. Routed through the main system. Routing.
Looking to take a Disney vacation or cruise? Contact Kristen of MagicalJourneysVacations.com. Magical Journeys is an authorized Disney vacation planner. Kristen will get you the best price available and continue to search for deals until the day you travel, taking the worry out of planning your fantastic vacation. Kristen can help plan your dining reservations and answer any questions you may have. She'll even send you maps from the parks. So contact Kristen of Magical Journeys for your next cruise or Disney vacation. Contact Kristen of Magical Journeys at MagicalJourneysVacations.com. So what are you waiting for? Book today at MagicalJourneysVacations.com.
Wow, that sounds great. I want to go. Well, you can't. Why not? Because we have to stay at our posts and keep rebel scum like him out.
Book today at MagicalJourneysVacations.com.
WDW After Dark. Now loading.
WDW After Dark. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. Starring Jeff Davis, Al Jonko, Kristen Hetzel, and Eric Allen. WDW After Dark is live and uncensored. Call the hotline at 410-98-WDW-AD. Follow us on Facebook at WDW After Dark Webcast and Twitter at WDW After Dark. Headline news, Disney food, video games, Marvel and Star Wars. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. And now prepare yourself for WDW After Dark.
One and all to WDW After Dark, your weekly webcast for adult Disney fans, and welcome to yet another live and uncensored show broadcasting from Google Hangouts and direct to YouTube. Welcome to the fray. My name's Al John Go, Mr. Jedi Mouseketeer, and joined by the talking heads of Disney, the fun and romance and the magic. Did I say romance? Will be happening tonight because we've got Mr. Jeff Disney Davis here on the line. Mr. Jeff, how are you?
Did you say romance and
I
After
did.
Dark in the same sentence?
I did.
Wow.
I did. Well, welcome to it, Jeff. And I'm not getting romantic with you or nothing. I'm just
I would
saying.
hope not. That's a little odd for me. Okay.
Where's Phyllis when you need her?
Oh yeah. Well, she was here earlier. She left already.
I know.
Eric
That's a
is
shame.
happy.
That's a shame. I was hoping you put her in the trunk right behind your Arkansas jersey.
Yeah, right. Wouldn't that have been something? Yes.
It would have been something. Surprise! Bring out the gimp. Also joining us, we've got Mr. Eric Allen.
Thank God you didn't use the word romance and my name in the same sentence.
Yeah, you're kidding.
Oh, I know. You know what?
Boy.
We could turn back time, and then I could do that if you'd like.
No, that's quite all right.
Eric, the Thunder Beaver, is here. Miss Kristen, of course, is out of town. She's having fun gallivanting around the, I don't know, the European lands, like a Highlander. But what we do have here is the author of Dark Rides, the erotic Disney theme park adventures. It was number 5 on the Amazon bestseller list. It's got a great ebook. Of course, you can purchase that book, by the way, using our Amazon link. Please welcome Blu Carson. Hello.
Hello, gentlemen.
Did you like my Oprah-esque type of intro?
I think that was absolutely wonderful.
Great.
I felt all kinds of special.
Good, because
I mean, I'm not the romance person like Jeff is, but
Oh wow. Well, thank you.
Well, only a few people can be.
I know. That is a lot to live up to. I can't fill those shoes.
Oh, I don't know what to think. I'm just wow.
Well, just so you know, you can check out Dark Rides, and you can find the imprint on Bamboo Forest Publishing, which, by the way, is also publishing one of our favorite Disney authors as well for the Dark Side of Disney. Blue, you kind of have a friendly relationship with those guys, don't you?
With which guys? There's lots of them over there.
I know
Side
there's like Dark Side of Disney and
Leonard Kinsey. He's my publisher.
Yep, there you go.
He has taken me under his wing, and as a nobody from just out of the blue, and I pitched him a story and pitched him a concept, and he said, write something. I handed him a couple paragraphs, and next thing I know, we were writing a book.
Oh, there you go.
It works. It's been a blur of a year, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what, it sure has.
It's quite an interesting book. It's a great read, by the way. If once again you need to check that out, feel free to log on to Blu Carson. You've got a blog. We're going to talk about that. If people want to follow you, why don't you go ahead and put yourself over like that. Go ahead and tell people where they can find you before we get into the news, and we'll talk about your book later on in the show.
Yeah, well, my website is Blu Carson, and my name has no E on it. It's BLU. bluecarson.blogspot.com, and you'll find a shop page there. You'll find a photo page with some interesting things. You'll find a Dark Rides diary page where I've had a lot of readers contribute their little adventure stories onto the blog. And I have a Dark Rides Adventurers page where we do all kinds of challenges. You can win copies of my book, copies of Dark Side of Disney, and it encourages drinking.
Oh, well, that's good. So we encourage a lot of that. Yeah, we encourage a lot of that. We encourage responsible drinking, but yes, drinking nonetheless, which is great because as people watch this in HD, they can just sit around, have fun, and talk in a very frank matter of fact about our favorite place in the world, Walt Disney World and Disney in general. And one thing about Leonard, which is really great, he was such a great guest when we had him on our very first season. My gosh, guys, how long has it been?
Over 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I think it's high time we get Leonard back. But just so you know, Bamboo Forest Publishing not just does Leonard's Dark Side books, but the Dark Rides books, but also you can check out Ron Schneider, who's Dreamfinder, by the way. So you can check out Dreamfinder's book. Imagineer Raleigh Crump has got books featured on there as well. So a lot of really cool stuff under that imprint.
They have some of Raleigh's artwork there too. Some posters you can purchase there.
That's great.
From
Man,
his...
Yeah, it's go ahead, Blue.
I'm reading Ron Schneider's Dreamfinder book right now. So...
We need to get Dreamfinder on the show. Is what we need. You know what we could do is we could just do a whole Bamboo panel and have you guys just come on and on a hangout and
that's a pretty good idea.
Interact with our fans, which is
that
great.
Would be great. I'll talk to everybody, see if I can drag everybody on. You know who else you guys would love?
Okay.
I don't know if she stays up late enough for your show, but the artist who did my cover art.
I'd love that.
Holly G. And she and her husband's Jim Ballant, who did Catwoman and Batman for DC Comics.
I think I have some of his stuff, and he is a awesome artist.
He's amazing, and Holly's stuff is absolutely amazing. There was nobody else I could go to but her. Nobody else.
You know what? Let me tell you something right now. The way your cover art looks on your book, okay, and to go along with your voice, it's perfect. It is absolutely
thank you.
Perfect.
You should hear the audiobook, Jeff.
I know,
there's an
right?
audiobook.
Seriously, because there's that level of mystery, because we just have your voice. But you look at that cover art right there that we can see right now on, the broadcast, and it just goes along so perfectly. They did a fantastic job, I got to tell you. That looks fantastic.
And that's if you look on the art, that's my lip print, the kiss on the book in the background. I kissed a lot of paper for that.
There's your quote of the
fantastic.
night tonight.
Well. Hashtag
Oh my,
that.
oh my.
Slap me silly. I tell you what, we will be talking. Oh my! Hello. We will be talking about Blu's book, Dark Rides, an erotic Disney theme park adventure, coming up here later on in the showgram. Really quick before we launch into Disney headline news, let's also remind everyone that our show is available not just on YouTube, but also as a podcast, courtesy of the We Be Geeks podcast network. So go ahead and check it out at webegeeks.net. You can also check out the show on iTunes, on Stitcher, on the TuneIn app, and so many other places. And we would love nothing more for you than to not only book your trip with Disney through our preferred travel partner, or my wife, Kristen. Of course, that's how you keep the lights on. That's how you pay for bandwidth. You book your Disney, Universal, or cruise, whatever cruise it is, with Kristen, and everything you do, when you support her, you support the show. And not to mention the fact that we also have our Amazon and affiliate links online at WDWAfterDark.com. So buy a buddy, sell a friend, tell everybody about it. Yes, did I say that? Of course I did. I meant to say that. Tell a buddy and tell your friends all about WDW After Dark, and go ahead and support the show, because every little click, every little purchase you make through Amazon really does help us out. Now, having said that, I did a party foul because I was going to queue up the news thing while I was talking, and I was so animated with my hands, I forgot to do that. So I'm just going to simply say this. Let us go ahead and launch into Disney headline news, and I don't have my favorites listed on here at all. So that's great.
One job out, John.
I know. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Wait, do I have bookmarks? I have a mobile bookmark. Oh, I've got it. Are you ready? Are you ready for your...
Oh, boy.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Disney headline news in the newsroom. Do we have Jeff Davis in the newsroom tonight, or am I doing all the news tonight?
I am actually here. Yes, I am going to be doing.
Would you like to do some news? Shall we do it? Shall we have a do-over? Let's do it over.
Let's do a do-over. Why not? Okay.
In the Disney headline news studio, Jeff Disney Davis.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right. Two things to talk about.
At the Marriott. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Marriott.
Sorry.
No, really only two big things. Not big things, but two things to mention when it comes to Disney Parks news for this week on the broadcast. Now, the first one comes from over in Disneyland. The big news for them today, as a matter of fact. Registration opened for the Avengers Half Marathon weekend, and that started this morning as far as registration goes. By noon today, it was already 50% full. So if it's not already full by now, you've only got a certain amount of time to get in there if you want to check out the Avengers Half Marathon weekend happening out there in Anaheim, California. Second thing takes us over to Orlando, and this has been an issue for a little while now. These things aren't very well known, but they are becoming a trend for people that are on vacation and doing other certain things. Now, you may have noticed this increasing trend of, guests using what is called a selfie stick while visiting the Walt Disney World Resort, and now Disney has moved to clarify the policy on their use. And we're going to clarify this. This is something that has already been in place. It's not a new policy. All right? Now, if you don't know what these are, they are kind of a new thing. They are trending. A lot of people sold out, as far as these go, the selfie sticks during the Christmas holiday. People had a lot of trouble trying to find them. Selfie sticks are typically, telescoping rods with a phone mount on the very end of it, allowing guests to take photos of themselves or a group, a selfie, from a distance further than just the length of their arm. Get a little bit more into the picture. And if you haven't seen them, they are kind of neat. There are a lot of different variations. You can get them at a flea market if you want to, or you can go to a place like Best Buy and spend $100 on a selfie stick if you want to. Now, Disney is advising their cast members to ask guests not to use the selfie sticks on attractions or any moving vehicle, but they are welcome to use them in any other areas of the park at this time. Now, there was a lot of talk, I guess I should say, on Facebook and Twitter yesterday that selfie sticks were completely banned from Disney parks, completely and totally. According to what Disney released today, they are not banned except for on attractions and on moving vehicles. So that means if you're riding around on Small World, you can't use it. If you're riding around on Space Mountain, I would advise using it. You can't use it.
You better not use it, or else you'll catch one of those low-hanging overpass thingies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I even saw a picture yesterday of a gentleman using his selfie stick on Small World, and it extended so far it could almost touch one of the dolls on the attraction itself. That is a no-no. That is something you do not do, okay? But if you want to use the selfie stick on Main Street, USA, in front of the castle, at Epcot, at Downtown Disney, or any of the other outside areas, or like in a restaurant or something else, use it with caution. You can use the selfie stick. It is not banned completely and entirely. Now, a lot of people went absolutely nuts about this yesterday. It was like, oh, it's about time. These things are dangerous. They hit people in the head. Well, those are just people who are not paying attention to what they're doing when it comes to using these long sticks, okay? But a lot of people also said, well, if they're going to do this, why can't they ban people from using their iPad to take pictures and take movies because I can't see and whatever, okay? Let's clarify what Disney is saying here. You can use a selfie stick. You just can't use it in a moving vehicle and on attractions. Period. The end. That's all of it.
From what I saw, Disney didn't technically change any policies. They're just reinforcing that you can't extend objects off of ride vehicles.
Exactly.
So it's just clarifying a policy that's always been in place.
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of selfie sticks. You know, I have a bunch of self-obsessed social media whores that I kind of associate with. I notice I said associate with. I don't know if, can you guys hear
me? What are you trying to say, Aljon?
Yeah.
Are you talking about me and Jeff?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm
You'd
saying.
be absolutely right, of course, but I'm offended that you would say it.
Nah, you know, whatever. But, yeah, so whatever. I just hate selfie sticks. I loathe it. I just loathe them. And you know what? I bought one, but I bought it for good reason, because I needed to videotape our conversations with anybody at GMX. Remember that, Eric?
I remember that, and the whole time you're going, I hate selfie sticks. I hate selfie sticks. I'm thinking, you know, the first time I ever laid eyes on you in person, you were toting one of those things around in Nashville.
Yeah.
But I will give you full credit. You didn't have it out to 3 foot long and getting into everybody's face going, oh, look at me, I have a phone on a stick.
No. No, and you know, the other thing too was the fact that you know, I was using it, but I was just, can you hear me? I got dropped out.
Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, I was using it, but it was kind of like you know, I wasn't getting in anyone's way or anything like that, and you know, and most of the time the selfie stick didn't work anyway. I got a really bad selfie stick, so bad selfie stick.
Yeah, but I mean, you were using it conscientiously. You were not trying to be, you know, obnoxious with it. You were using it in what I would think the best possible spirit of it could be used. And the people like
stick.
You are not what this policy is addressing.
Right.
The problem I have with them is not the actual sticks. It's the distraction of the person using them, because I've had several people walk right into me as they're walking around the park, like looking at the selfie stick.
Yeah.
And, I mean, granted, I'm rather short, but, you know, you should be able to see me next to you and not run me over because you're looking through, you know, looking at your selfie stick camera thing.
Well, I mean, it's so small in the first place. I mean, how well can you actually see when it's 2 or 3 feet in front of you and you're trying to look through the screen of your phone or whatever it is that you're using? And so, I mean, that's just common sense, people. I mean, use your brain, for crying out loud. That's ridiculous in my opinion. I don't know.
Well, you would think that, but then again, You know, that would require you to take your brain on vacation.
Oh no, we don't want to do that. No,
No.
not at all.
Oh, absolutely not. So, you know, whatever, it is what it is. I'm not a fan, but once again, if you're going to use a selfie stick, you know, please use your best judgment and don't go clotheslining people in the park.
If you
Terry
can't
Cow-
use your best judgment, use our best judgment instead.
I'm stealing that phrase.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I'm honored.
So,
There you go.
I mean, other than that, other than selfie sticks and the Avengers Half Marathon, it's a quiet week for Disney parks, and it makes the dog really upset, too, that we didn't have a lot of news to talk about. But that's just the way that goes. And so I'll turn it back over to you, Al John. That's all for me.
Well. Thank you very much. You know, it is a very light news week, Disney-wise. I will go back and we'll talk a little Star Wars in the Disney parks. Let's talk about this. Star Wars Weekends 2015 Interstellar Celebrity Appearances. We have a complete listing of the celebrities making it out to Walt Disney World and Disney's Hollywood Studios this year, finally, after waiting months and months. So we've got here weekend number 1, which is May 15th through 17th. We've got Ian McDermott, who plays the Emperor. We have got Ashley Eckstein, who is the voice of Ahsoka Tano on Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels.
And friend of the station.
And friend of the friend of Sorcerer Radio for sure. Friend of all. And we love Ashley. Also Tia Sakar, who's the voice of Sabine Wren, the Mandalorian bounty hunter pyrotechnics whiz. She's going to be there. Amy Allen, who played Ayla Secura in Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, will be there. Now, weekend number 2 is May 22nd to 24th, and everyone's favorite Ewok, Warwick Davis, who played Wicket, will be there. Ashley will be returning. Also, Vanessa Marshall, who plays the voice of Hera from Star Wars Rebels. We have Blu Carson, who played Kaadi Mundi, and Newt Gunray on Episode 1, another Jedi. And let's see here. Weekend number 3, Warwick is back. Once again, Ashley's back. Steve Bloom, who played the voice of Zeb Aurelios and is also a very prolific voice actor. You might know his voice from various other Warner Brothers animated shows, other Disney shows. He's going to be there. Daniel Logan, the young Boba Fett, will be there that week as well. Weekend number 4, Darth Maul will be joining the fray. Ray Park, Jeremy Bulloch, Boba Fett will be there. Of course, Ashley will be returning as well. And Frank Oz, for the first time, Frank freaking Oz, the voice of Yoda, the voice of so many Muppets. You know him, you love him. He's going to be there as well, and that is going to be awesome. Oh, Frank Oz, that, by the way, is June 12th through 14th. Also joining him, Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca will be joining him on that last weekend, and also Taylor Gray, the voice of Ezra. So it's going to be a very star-studded event. Every weekend you've got some star of the saga. I mean, how many people would love to see Ian McDermott, the Emperor? He doesn't make appearances other than Star Wars Celebration. He just started doing conventions. So this is a really great opportunity for people to catch Star Wars royalty, as it were. Warwick Davis as well, playing Wicket. Darth Maul, Ray Park is always great. And the amazing, legendary Frank Oz. So something new this year for everybody, and I think it's going to be a wonderful Star Wars weekend. Guys, what do you think about that?
If I could go to just one weekend, it would be that last one, because I am just such a fan of Frank Oz just throughout the years. Voice talent, Muppets, directing, even his acting. But I have to, one of my bucket list items is to ask him a question, which is during the filming of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, if he ever broke character with Yoda and just like moved in with one of his other characters. So, for instance, you see Yoda going through the swamp. He breaks into Grover, going near, far, near, far.
What the crap?
Or had Yoda do Remember how Miss Piggy used to do the karate chops?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
Having Yoda.
Oh my gosh!
Yoda
Can you imagine? Can you imagine a Yoda forced karate chop just like that?
Oh my goodness.
That would have been
That
awesome.
would be
It had
so
to have
funny.
happened.
Oh
It
gosh.
had to have happened.
I can only imagine the Muppet Show with Mark Hamill, which is probably my favorite Muppet Show of all time.
I have that on DVD, and it is wonderful.
Yes, I mean, just the Pigs in Space skit alone would be amazing, but just to ask him about, about that, popping in and out of character, I think would be hilarious.
And in a bit of foreshadowing, Mark Hamill sings a Disney song.
Oh yeah, how about that, right?
Yes.
Very crazy. I mean, it was all set. It was all set in motion a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I am surprised. No Harrison, no Carrie. Even after the appearance that we had from last year's Star Wars weekends.
Well, Carrie's been to this before.
But I mean, right now though is different.
True.
With the next movie on the horizon, literally, it's peeking out, and not a one of them shows up.
Well, you also have to take in consideration the fact that whenever Carrie Fisher does appearances like this, her loose lips sink ships. I don't know if you've ever heard her do that before.
Many times.
They try to really keep her on a short leash because she talks about everything.
Well, I think Jabba the Hutt did a very good job of that at one time. No problem. Okay.
You see, you followed me here, Jeff. I like
did
this.
follow you. Yes, I did follow you. But I just really think it would have been nice to have another one of the originals, the three like that, show up with this movie, coming. So maybe D23 is going to be different. Maybe we will see one of them show up for maybe that event. Good possibility.
I believe that is a foregone conclusion, my friend, because it looks to me like the D23 news and leaks that I'm getting, just from what I'm hearing, it's going to be an Avengers Star Wars filled crazy Saturday at D23. Blue, have you gone to D23? Do you go to D23 at all?
I used to be a member in D23, and I went to one event when I think it was the first year, but I've never been to like the expo or anything like that.
Oh, the expo is a must-do, and I figure you guys would get a kick out of it. Your crew too, especially. So much fun, but nonetheless, that's what we've got at least for Star Wars weekends. Looks really cool, but if that wasn't enough, people, we also have this. Reservations are open for Feel the Force premium packages during Star Wars weekends. Now get this. Okay, are you ready for this?
Make a ching noise.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Where is it?
There we go.
You got it? Okay, there you go. You see, she knows the show.
There we go.
Prepare to
try and milk it for as many sound effects as I can.
There you go.
Everybody's going to be using this within the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, there you go. Well, that's all right. Pull it up. Prepare to feel the Force with extra special premium packages offered this year at Star Wars Weekends. The dining packages put you so close to the action of the Legends of the Force, Star Wars Celebrity Motorcade, and Symphony of the Stars fireworks, and bring you more of the intergalactic food style that you're craving. Enjoy your morning at Disney's Hollywood Studios by getting those premium Force packages, including viewing for Legends of the Force, the Motorcade from 11 to noon, with a selection of soft drinks and a snack. Okay. Yeah, soft drinks and a snack. We're talking cupcakes here.
God.
That's like a $20 street value at Disney.
I know, yeah.
I like the fact that you went, that's a $20 street value. That's amazing. So good. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm here all night.
Yeah. Not even a personalized popcorn bucket or nothing. Hold on a second.
Give me a Sharpie and they'll take care of it.
Hold on a second. So, enjoy the grand finale of your day at Star Wars Weekends with Symphony of the Stars firework dessert party at 9 p.m. Enjoy Star Wars-themed desserts, including the Yoda and Darth Vader cupcakes, and a selection of alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages with an all-up-close view of the fireworks. You can expand your universe of choice by upgrading to the Feel for the Force Deluxe Premium Package.
Oh, God.
In addition to the benefits listed above, the Deluxe Premium Package allows guests to follow behind Legends of the Force and Star Wars Celebrity Motorcade down Hollywood Boulevard. So you get to be in the parade, providing reserved seating for all the celebrity talk shows that day, and a Theater of the Stars, offering priority access to Darth Maul throughout the day. It also comes with a commemorative lanyard and credential to honor your most impressive day. To book this event, hold on a second. I'm laughing so hard at this.
You see how he's letting it build. He's building up until
quantities are limited for these VIP packages. You can visit StarWarsWeekends.com, where you too can purchase these packages. And I'll just tell you this: it ain't cheap.
We don't expect cheap.
No, we don't.
It's not cheap.
Did you mention that, like, isn't continental breakfast at Brown Derby included? From what I saw, and then it said a table service lunch, but I don't know where that's going to be.
Yeah, the deluxe premium package. Okay, you've got the reserved viewing areas of all the parade. You got the celebrity talk shows, priority access to the mall. Let's see here.
I have never waited to get into Darth Maul. I've never waited.
Yeah, I have, but you shouldn't. Guests check in for fireworks for the dessert party are located across the Brown Derby entrance at Hollywood Studios, and a dessert party. It doesn't really say, like, it doesn't really say what's going on there. It does say priority access in the studio catering. Yeah, it doesn't really say anything.
I could have sworn I saw that you got continental breakfast at Brown Derby, but I mean, what are they going to force feed you grapefruit cake in the morning?
Yeah, they could. They definitely could. So once again, it's the Premium Force package with soft drinks and water. Okay, that's what it says right here. Celebrity talk shows, Symphony of the Stars, and a dessert party with alcohol. Guests can purchase the Feel the Force premium package for $69 for adult, $39 for children.
This is different. This is different.
Okay. Now, the deluxe premium package.
That's what I'm thinking of.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That is the one that is $99 per adult, $64 a child.
No, that's not the one I'm thinking of either.
Okay, so those two.
Go higher.
Now there isn't. I understand.
You got to raise the level on this a little bit.
I didn't know there were multiple tiers of.
Yeah.
Well, there's the one for the poor people, like we are, you know.
Here's your $69 bottle of water.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Upgrade to the 99, but you also get a lanyard.
Oh, that's so nice.
Now, Blue, you alluded to something. There was an ultimate package.
I don't know what their adjectives are for each
but,
package. I just remember the dollar amount.
Well, let's see. If I was to describe my package,
what?
It's not that kind of show.
All right. Well.
Okay. Well.
All right. So anyway, those are the packages that are currently available. So once again, not cheap. Are they worth it? Dessert party. Typically the Epcot dessert party. Now, have you ever done the dessert party, Blue? Because I enticed Jeff one time. I think we were doing a dessert party, Jeff, and you saw the flaming donuts that they flambéed, right? You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we did the Epcot dessert party, and that was okay. That was okay. But, Blue, have you ever done any dessert parties there at the Walt Disney World Resort?
I've been to private events that had that kind of stuff going, but I've never purchased an entrance into one of the firework dessert party things. I would rather take I don't know, what is it up to now for the one in Magic Kingdom? It started out as like $20 and now it's really, really high. I'm like, I would rather just take a few bucks and go get something at the confectionery.
Yeah.
Make your own dessert party.
I like the way she thinks. Yeah, that's a good idea.
So there's a lot of places I can go to see the fireworks, including, over at a resort.
Yeah, you know what? If you're gonna really spend the money on a dessert party, try going to Top of the World.
Exactly.
If you can fly it in, if they haven't like totally locked you out. But having said that, is a dessert party worth it for what you're paying? I don't know. I mean, I think Star Wars fans will like getting that access to the front of certain things, especially if you're taking photos. Um, they'll probably also like the fact that they're front row on several of these events, because I will tell you that if you don't get this premium package, you probably, unless you want to camp out all afternoon to see Ian McDermott, the Emperor, for anything, or Frank Oz, you probably won't be able to see it unless you decide to get up there early.
That right there could very easily be that could make the whole thing legitimate. For me, if your fandom is that strong and you're just like, oh my God, seeing Ian McDermott's on my bucket list. So, yeah, I think that's worth $99.
Yeah, I think that is where, and I'm being completely honest. What's going to happen at Ian McDermott? What's going to happen at Frank Oz is that people will be camping out, because if you're a visitor to the park, unless you're someone that is local and has the opportunity to maybe camp out, those Fast Pass tickets that they hand out at the very beginning of the day for any one of the character meet and greets or whatever, they're going to be gone. And I don't believe that. Well, no, I take that back. They didn't do it for Mark Hamill, but if Ian McDermott were to sign autographs, I guarantee you that there's no way as a visitor you're going to be able to get in, because everybody and their mom will be camped out there with all the radio stations that they have there on kickoff weekend and everything like that. There is no way anyone that won't sacrifice their time to go out there and camp out is going to be able to get any fast pass to see Ian McDermott in person ever.
I wonder what percentage of the entrance into the shows and such is going to be the sold tickets, as opposed to everybody just waiting in line before.
Well, I have a good idea that they're probably going to sell as many as they can and squeeze as many of those people in the front rows as possible. And if you're not there, within 10 minutes of the show, they'll probably start letting people in through the front just to fill space. I mean, I don't know I don't know how else they do it, unless they are given a fast pass ticket, which I think would be probably the best thing. Is if you do get this thing, they'll tell you when you get to the park, make sure you get your fast passes for this, and then or this particular hard ticket, and then you'll go straight over to a reserve section at this particular time, because otherwise it's going to be hard to gauge, and those things are going to be so packed. So,
are you seeing anything there about a package that's $399? Because that's the one I saw.
Yeah, I saw that too, but I don't believe that they're publicizing it, because it's not on their. It's not on there. I'm clicking it one more time.
That was the only one that I saw, and I can't remember where I saw it.
Yeah, it seems to me.
It might have been listed as tours, actually, because I think they were giving annual pass and DVC tour discount with it.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Now, the one that you're talking about was the preview weekend, right? The preview weekend that was like $300, something like that.
It was $399, and I remember you got the same stuff you were just mentioning, but that's the one where you got the breakfast at Brown Derby and the lunch, and then you got some kind of special meet and greet time with somebody from the dark side, but they didn't say who.
Okay, I think I found it.
Okay.
It's called the Ultimate Day at Star Wars Weekend's VIP Tour.
There we go.
That's
premium seating for the shows at Theater of the Stars, expedited access to select attractions, reserved viewing location for Legends of the Force motorcade, one opportunity to meet a character from the dark side. Could be Vader, could be Maul, could be somebody in an Emperor Palpatine mask, we don't know. Early access to Darth Maul. Here's where you're seeing this, Blue. Private deluxe continental breakfast at the Hollywood Brown Derby. Mm-hmm. table service lunch at Hollywood Studios, post-tour access for children to the Jedi Training Academy, and VIP viewing for Summon the Force finale show and Symphony in the Stars fireworks.
Okay, so I'm looking at this. Is it not sold out, Eric?
What I'm looking at doesn't say if there's availabilities or not.
Okay.
It just says this is what it is.
Okay.
It is $3.99 per guest, tax not included. Park admission is required. On top of all that, on top of the $400, you
Yeah.
still got to pay $97 to get into freaking park.
Yes.
So now you have just gone to $496. You're dropping $1,000 just for this.
And it's the same price for children, too. There's no distinguishing. Your 3-year-old costs
Yes.
that much.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that's ridiculous.
Now, here's the good news. 15% discount available for DVC members,
There you
annual
go.
pass holders, and Disney Visa card holders.
But you know what? Off of $400, that's going to get you a popcorn in a collector bucket.
Hang on, we got to see this. What did I say? 496? Yes, I did. 496. Well, if let's say you're an annual pass holder, you don't need to do that. You don't need to spend that $96, $97. So we'll say $3.99 times
$60 off.
0.15. Yeah, $60, $59.85. So we'll call it $60. So now this thing's a veritable steal at $339.
Wow, amazing.
But you get to meet somebody dressed as from the dark side.
Give me $500. I'll dress up like an Ewok.
No kidding, right?
I will escort you around the park dressed as whatever dark side
Go to
character.
Halloween.com and get that
all
right there,
day
and
long.
then you're good to go. You know.
Exactly.
I can go see the ex-wife if I want a character from the dark side. I went there.
But will it cost you more?
We are sound effects crazy tonight.
It meets my expectations.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's a good thing.
And we're a free show, folks. Don't say
You
we
don't
never
pay
gave you
mu-
nothing.
You don't pay $3.99 for this unless you want to.
We don't ask you to be like a VIP for extra content or anything else. It's all free, people.
Wow, VIP for extra content. What a great idea, Jeff.
Yeah, I just thought of that. It just came to my mind right now. Oh God.
If I had a backlog of shows from when we first started, that would be amazing.
It's amazing what my mind can think, Oh!
Hey, hold on. That gong is reserved for Asians, okay? All right. So
Blue, you're laughing. He's serious.
He is.
Oh, totally.
He is.
Dinner is prepared. Okay,
and by the way, the last information I have on the Wishes dessert party over there in Tomorrowland Terrace is $27.68 for ages 10 and up, and $14.90 for ages 3 to 9.
Thank you for that, Eric.
I thought it was more than that, but that's still.
It may be.
all.
This is from last year.
Yeah, I thought that it got raised this year. I thought I heard it on your show.
There you go.
Didn't I hear
we
the
don't
price on
think
your
that
show?
far back. We have trouble thinking what we did yesterday. So don't ask us.
Honestly-
We don't know past shows.
Yeah, I was going to say, honestly, if you don't have copy in front of us, we forget what the hell we're saying. I mean, our little pre-conversation tells you all about what
Oh
you
yeah,
know about
5
us.
minutes before the show, we're all okay. Oh, what are you gonna do? Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Well, typically we share everything on Facebook in these little threads, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's a very light news week. Okay, so having said that, Feel the Force Deluxe and Premium packages. Wow, get them while they're hot or not. Your choice. take your pick. Take your pick. Now, once again, I definitely will suggest buying into those packages if you're going to go see Ian McDermott the first week or seeing Frank Oz during the last week. Once again, for more details on that, check out my site at JediMasketeer.com. So,
Those
we talked
chocolate
Oh, no.
peanut butter Darth Vader cupcakes are very good.
Absolutely, they are. Chocolate
They're,
peanut butter, hello.
They're a premier item. They sure as hell better be. I mean, if I'm going to have to pay the amount.
I think
gotta
they
pay
were
the
up to like $6 last year.
That's crazy.
Something.
Wow.
That is crazy.
For that, I could go to Arby's and get €2.
See? I mean,
So I'll put it to you like this. Last year, Ryan and I and Chris. Well, I don't know if Kristen was with me, but Ryan and I went to go to Darth Mall and we picked up some of those Death Star drinks. And those drinks, I swear, I think they were like $10 a piece. Were they not blue? They were expensive.
I don't remember the drinks. I only remember the cupcake.
Oh, okay.
It was topped with a solid chocolate Darth Vader head.
Yes.
It's yummy.
Yes, they are. Yeah, the Darth Vader's great. The Yoda's good, but the Darth Vader is great. So.
oh my.
Did they use dark chocolate in this one?
Yes.
It was dark chocolate, and it was filled with peanut butter. It was very good.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yeah, it's damn good. Damn good.
Wow.
Check out diningatdisney.com if you want pictures of last year's cupcake, and we actually sliced it open so you can see the inside. It's pretty nice. So
Come to the dark side. We have cupcakes.
we have cupcakes. We got cupcakes. Okay, so last on the docket, we actually have some Avengers news, people. Robert Downey Jr. has been tweeting cryptic messages about the Avengers on his personal Twitter. You can check it out. It's basically puzzles. And apparently he talked about it before Good Morning America in their appearance today, which is the 7th. He's going to be going on Jimmy Kimmel, let's see, April 13th, and it's going to be interesting. I think you can find ABC, Disney, and a bunch of those other folks from Avengers, whether it be Chris Evans' Twitter or Chris Hemsworth's, Mark Ruffalo's Twitter, Scarlett Johansson's Twitter, whatnot, that they're going to be, I guess, putting out some clues as to what is going to be revealed over the next couple of weeks. Guys, any type of, I guess, inkling of what Robert Downey Jr. might be alluding to at all?
Not a clue.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's let's see. Now, I just got this information just now, like literally just now, but apparently there is something that Good Morning America's tweet disappeared. Interesting. Good Morning America apparently was supposed to lay down some type of tweet, and right now that tweet is missing, guys. And maybe they broke something they weren't supposed to break. It's like Marvel said, hold the phone. So, well, I was going to report on that, but I guess I can't because it's gone. But at any rate, interesting to see what Robert Downey is tweeting about. I think maybe they're going to be talking about a brand new Avenger that may be appearing in the film. Who knows?
Is he still clean?
Yes, he's still clean. Surprise.
I mean, could have been anything.
Oh, no. Oh, well. No, that it's true. It could be anything. But no, I believe in order for him to maintain his contract with Disney, he has to make sure that he doesn't get involved with any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm looking at this tweet that he sent out yesterday. And he talked about, big Avengers announcement tomorrow on JMA. Here's a clue. I see Iron Man colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. That's about it. It's a puzzle.
It is a puzzle.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be that way. And be paying attention to the Avengers actors as well as Disney, Marvel, and ABC Good Morning America for future clues, as well as Jimmy Kimmel's show and their Twitter to find out, to piece it all together. Because I believe that there's supposed to be 9 different pieces of this puzzle. So be on the lookout for that in a couple weeks. So anyway, we have one more piece of news coming from Star Wars. I meant to talk about this earlier, but 20th Century Fox, Lucasfilm, and Disney have announced something that we've been pining for years, which is a Star Wars digital movie collection. For the first time, you're going to be able to order and view the digital copies of all the Star Wars films, the saga, episodes 1 through 6. So you can pre-purchase it today using our Amazon link. All right. And you can find that at JediMasterTier.com as well. But just type in Star Wars Digital Movie Collection, and it's going to be great. Now, along with this, we're also going to have extra digital shorts and bonus features that have never before been released. So that's good.
Do we have any type of price as to what it's going to be for all 6?
I have pulled it up right here, and you can pre-order right now through our Amazon link at a very low price of $89.99.
It's not bad.
No, it's not.
Not bad at
Now,
all.
That's
right
about
now
the price of a premium Feel the Force VIP weekend.
You're right, yeah, and this you can take this anywhere you go. Yeah.
you can feel the Force wherever you want. with this.
Ooh.
I have one question about this, Aljon.
Okay.
All right, when you purchase these, the Saga on digital format, is there an expiration date to it, or is this yours until the end of time? The reason I am asking is because I have gotten movies in the past that were like a DVD Blu-ray digital download combo. And I'm thinking, well, this is great. I can put this on my computer. I can put it on my phone. I can take it here. I can take it there. I can watch it anywhere I want. Well, 6 months later, I try putting it up on my phone, and it says the certificate, the license has expired. And so now it won't play it on it anymore. And if you try to re-download it, well, Microsoft is not going to let you do it, saying, well, this code was already used. Sorry, you're screwed.
Okay, there's a catch to this. Okay, a lot of people will do initially that, and they will download the movie to their computer or something else. What you do, first and foremost, is you use one of the platforms that is, offered to watch your digital movies, and that would be something like Flickster or Vudu, and I believe there's a couple of others. Vudu, of course, being one of the most popular ones. You use that code and you attach it to your Vudu account. That movie is there for you to watch until the end of time, is the end of the internet. It will always be there for you to watch.
That's
no matter what.
That's
or
the
zombie
problem.
apocalypse.
Unless there's an apocalypse, of course, yes.
That's the problem. What if you want to watch it and you're not somewhere that A, has a good internet, or B, you don't want to use it and have it count against your data plan?
Yeah, so the digital copy that you do have, you can, at least I know with Amazon and iTunes and all that, and with Google Play, you can actually download that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can download it to watch whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in terms of digital codes and things, I don't know if it's DRM free, but if you log into your account, and especially the Disney Movies Anywhere app, which I believe that they're priming this to work on. At least they're working it out with Fox, because Fox has a license. Hopefully, you'll be able to watch it when you log into your Disney account, wherever that is. So, and of course, when you do that, you can download the film as well, so you can view it anytime too, so you don't have to use up your memory. So,
right.
Hopefully. And in terms of expired codes in the future, by the way, you can usually call customer service at the studios, and they can generally issue you a new code, because early on during the digital download codes history, things kind of got screwed up. But I think they're working on that. I know I've done it a few times myself, and they've always fixed it for me. So anything. Yeah, so I mean, it's a step in the right direction, and I think ultimately you're going to find it on other streaming platforms. But right now, you can purchase the entire saga of 6 films for a low price of $89.99, and you can order it in HD through our Amazon link at WDWAfterdark.com. So, any other little headlines, questions, comments, side remarks?
I have one.
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
that Cinderella print behind you on the wall, did you get that a million years ago with the VHS tape re-release of Cinderella as a lithograph? Because I have that.
Okay, you're talking about the one in the very center right there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the only one I can really see.
That was given to me as a gift, actually.
Oh, really?
From a friend of mine, and I believe it was the VHS tape that she got it from, because I got that probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, and she said that she had it for a while before that.
Yeah, that's the same one I have. I haven't seen it for a while because it's at my father's home, but...
Yeah, there's that one, and there's, the Hunchback over there, and there's Bambi over there as well.
Got some glare.
Yeah, a little bit of glare on that one back there, but I believe that's where she got them from. Pretty sure.
Cool.
Very nice, very nice. As we walk down Jeff's artwork, no, that's good. It's good.
I was just curious. It was such a flash from the past, seeing those. I mean, I had to think for a minute. What were those tapes called?
Well, that's kind of like my life. It is a flash from the past, actually. So it goes along with it. It's just who I am.
I don't know what to do without Al John's guitars in the background.
Oh, neither do I. Trust me.
Yes, we normally don't see a kitchen. Well, I remember seeing a kitchen back in the Cooking with Mickey days. That's what it kind of reminds me of right now.
Yeah, back in the day, it's just a plain old hotel room.
Yeah. You didn't put a Mickey magnet on the fridge or anything for us.
Oh, hell no.
He wasn't going to do all that. Yeah.
No. I've got luggage restrictions, folks. I can only carry so much with me, so much Disney with me. Well, having said that, once again, our guest is Blu Carson, of course, the author of Disney's of Dark Rides, the erotic Disney theme park adventure. It is not a sanctioned Disney art, okay? Piece of fiction. Just so you know, but you can pick it up through our Amazon link. You can check it out. It is an imprint of Bamboo Forest Publishing, which of course Leonard Kinsey's been on the show before. A great little imprint. Now, Blu, why don't you tell us a little bit about what this book is about, and we'll kind of roll down some of your Disney must-dos and perhaps maybe what got you into to writing to begin with.
And I have a request, if this is possible. If you've got the book in front of you, could you read us maybe a few lines?
Sure.
Oh, perfect. Oh, I'm going to love this. Okay.
Jeff, I knew that you would ask that, so I didn't even go there.
I haven't practiced, but you guys are my 16th show since the book came out, so I've been reading it a little bit here and there.
How ironic. Sweet 16. Love it.
Yeah. Exactly.
And and by the way, I have to give props to William Hershey turned us on to Blu. How funny is that? A few weeks back. So big ups to Will, and I will say this too. Blu has been not just a fan of WDW After Dark, but also our work on Sorcerer Radio. So even before we been in contact,
oh, wow.
So
I didn't
really
know
nice that you have
awesome.
a fangirl here that knows all about us. So that's great.
I've been going to Disney parks since I was born, pretty much, since they opened, which was the same time. So, nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm in with all you guys. I know a little bit about Disney.
I'd say so. Yeah, definitely. That's an understatement.
Well, I tell you what. Let's put everybody on a guided tour, Blu. So, you've been a Disney fan all your life, and I take it also you've been to both parks, right?
You broke up for me, Al John.
I was going to say, I take it you've also been to Disneyland as well as Walt Disney World? I
have been to Disneyland, yes, but it's been a while, but I've definitely been there. I would love to go out this year for the 60th. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'd really love to.
I'm telling you, that's why the D23 Expo, it should be right up your alley then.
Well, you should. Yeah, I mean, the massive crowds and everything.
But the expo! Okay.
I mean, well, I've been to some of that stuff, but, I don't know. I've kind of broken away from D23 a little bit. We had a bad breakup.
Oh, well, that's all right.
That's a subject that's going to come up on this show soon, is the state of D23.
Yeah, I mean, I really loved it in the beginning, but we've not gotten along so well lately.
You know what? That's okay. But
If I
at
was West
least,
Coast, I would definitely be all about it. If I was on the West Coast, I think if you're out there, I think it's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Well, having said that, Blue, so you're a lifelong Disney fan,
Yes.
and you start writing. How long ago did you start writing, and what was the impetus for you to start writing?
Um, well, it was funny because I read Dark Side of Disney a few years ago because that's been out for a while, and I remember reading it, and after a lifetime of going to Disney and thinking about it, well, what I thought differently than what most sweet Disney-loving people, um, how they think about Disney. I read his book, and I was like, wow, he needs to be my friend. And so I, I love this guy. And so I became a groupie, and I found him a year or so ago on Twitter, Facebook, one of those, because he was releasing one of his novels. Because Leonard has 2 novels out, Our Kingdom of Dust and Haps and the Disney Saboteurs. And I thought, well, I should look at this, let's see what this is about. So he was promoting that book, and I talked to him and I said, all right, I don't have either book. Are you going to have like a deal coming out that I should just wait till they're both out and get them both? And he was like, here, and he gave me a digital download. And so I read it, and if anybody's read those books, there are a couple twisted parts in them. And so yeah, I wrote back to him and I said, you know what, I love you dearly, but that was messed up. and, and I just flat out said that to him, and I think he got a kick out of it. And we started talking a little bit here and there, and one day I just said, I have an idea. I have an idea for stories, adventures of erotica that take place in the parks and resorts. Because we've all heard of things happening, and I wanted to just make that more of a reality out there for people. And he just said, well, write me a sample. So I wrote him 1 page and gave it to him, and the next day he said, give me the rest of the story. And then I gave him the rest of the story, and he said, write 12 more.
Oh, wow.
And I did that, and so I had the gig for the book before there was ever a book. I just pitched him an idea, and he was open to it based on 1 page of what I wrote for him.
Wow.
And
That's amazing. Wow.
and as I would write a story, I would send it to him, and he would be, that's wonderful. What's next? And I'd write another one, and he'd say, that was even better. What's next? And he was so encouraging for me to share these adventures. And if you read the book, it is, I will say it is very realistic, and it mentions a lot of park nostalgia. It mentions a lot of details. You will know exactly where you are in the park. Think of it as kind of, the first Kingdom Keepers book, only
Sure. Yeah.
erotic. Very, very X-rated, blatant. It goes there.
It's almost as if this is a prequel to like 50 Shades of Disney, in a way. It's kind of what it reminds me of. It's just there's that level of what's the word I'm looking for here?
Smut?
No, not that. No,
There's
no,
that.
no.
I wouldn't call it smut.
Oh, I would. I mean, it
Oh, okay, all right.
kind of is.
Well, I mean, you would.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, you
Okay.
wrote it. I mean, that's one thing.
You can
It's
call it
in
whatever
a,
you want.
but it's not like dime store romance smut.
Yeah.
If you are a Disney fan, you can appreciate this. Okay, I have a copy of it that I edited for my father, who's 76 and a Disney fan. But there's no way I would ever let him read this book. Ever.
Oh, wow.
Never. Never. I would have to be dead. No, it
Oh,
can't
my.
happen.
Oh,
It just
my.
cannot happen. But I did go through and line out a copy of the book with 3 layers of Sharpie and crayon. And it basically looks like it's been redacted. So, but I mean, each story is about 12 pages, and each one takes place in a certain location at Walt Disney World. And each one talks about, there's actually a lot of hidden stuff that most people might not know about at the parks too. So you might find a few little tips. And here's the best part. Each story, I paired a Disney cocktail with each story.
Oh, wow.
Like the first story takes place at the Pirates ride, and I have Captain's Rum Runner recipe from Disney Drinks with it. So
Very nice.
I have
Yeah.
this feeling that, when I read this book, I'm never going to look at a Disney attraction the same way again.
I guarantee you won't.
See,
Nope.
that's what I'm talking right there. Yeah.
I made
Wow.
Ellen's Energy Adventure better.
Oh my!
Well, that wasn't hard.
Oh my.
I turned it into, I used that attraction, and the story for that one is called the Caveman Challenge. Nice.
Oh.
I was waiting all night to cue that sound effect just for that.
Here's a funny thing, though, the book just came out mid-December, and it's really funny because since that time, from the time we finished, my editor finished the book, to it went through printing and everything, to, release till now, I think that my book is either some great prediction or like the kiss of death, because each thing that I mention has gotten changed. Like, I mentioned the sorcerer's hat in there and giving it a 1-finger salute, and there's a joke about what do you think that they'll put up next to block the stage that blocks the hat that blocks the theater, and we say a Starbucks. So now the hat's gone, the Starbucks is there. It's really funny the more I go through things. Yeah, everything's getting refurbed and shut down or whatever that I mentioned. I've got an Adventurers Club story too.
Oh.
So a very detailed Adventurers Club.
I was going to say, just the name alone lends itself to...
Literally, seriously, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is Dark Rides, Erotic Disney Theme Park Adventures.
Well then, I tell you what, once again, please check out Blu's web pages. We're going to have links to the book where you can purchase it through Amazon. Of course, you can also, get it, for Kindle and iTunes, which is great because then you have Blu actually doing the narration for that. How did you find doing the voiceover for your own book? Did you enjoy that?
It was a lot more work than I thought. I did have a few people who, do this kind of stuff give me a few tips, which has been very helpful for doing these shows also. And, I'm hoping that my voice is sounding all right, but I have...
Yeah, I'd say so.
Thank you.
Most definitely.
Yes.
I have not listened to the audiobook myself. There is a sample up on Amazon. There's a 5-minute sample of it that Leonard put on Amazon and on iTunes. There's paperback, there's the Kindle, there's Amazon, there's the audio, but I don't know. It was very weird. I thought that it was going to take forever. I think Leonard thought it was going to take a long time to kind of coach me with the reading, but the book's my book. It's my stories. It's my baby. So I just read it and pretty much did them all in one take.
Give us a sample. Give us a sample, please.
Okay, well, how about I read you the story locations, and you pick one, and I'll do something from one of the locations you want to hear about.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna preface this by saying this show is live and uncensored for Disney adults, and if we can kind of keep the raunch level down,
I won't. I will not do. There are multi levels of stuff in this book.
Because let's face it, we want Jeff Davis to buy the book, okay?
What? I'm just giving people a little teaser. That's all.
Jeff, you know what you should do?
What's that?
You should go to the... I'm sorry that I'm detracting from your Amazon link, but if you go to Bamboo Forest Publishing website and the store there, and there's a link on my blog to it, you can get the signed copies, and I put kisses on them. So
I was gonna say that because I did see that on your blog. So Jeff, you could get a personalized book just for you.
I've gone through a lot of the kiss print ones. I just bought 4 tubes of lipstick.
Oh my.
I know. I can throw pixie dust in it too if you like glitter.
Oh goodness. Okay. Wow.
Oh my.
Okay, so here are your options. Here are your options.
All right.
Okay. We Want the Redhead is at Pirates. Wet is at Typhoon Lagoon Water Park. The Birthday Present is the Great Movie Ride.
Oh wow.
Come Here, Little Boy is at Saratoga Springs Resort. A Relaxing Vacation is at Boardwalk Resort. And I have to mention on that one, part of Bamboo Forest Publishing, Leonard calls it the Bambooniverse, and there are crossover characters from each authors, and Blaine McKinnon, who is from our Kingdom of Dust book Leonard wrote, makes an appearance in that story.
That, by the way, is awesome.
So I surprised him with that. He did not know that was
he didn't know that? I thought that
No.
was something you collaborated on.
No, he didn't know I was going to do that, and I was hoping he didn't get upset with me.
Well, apparently it made the cut, so I think you did okay.
Yeah.
Everything made the cut. This is a good book, I'm telling you.
Thanks, you.
If I do say so myself. Red-Headed Geisha is Japan Epcot. The Caveman Challenge is Ellen's Energy Adventure. You guys might like the beginning of that. The Sultan and Harem in Morocco Epcot. The Wave of the Future, Tomorrowland Transit Authority and Carousel of Progress. An Adventurer's Life is Best at Adventurers Club. The Luau at the Polynesian Resort. The Promotion is Walt Disney World Railroad and the Monorail in that story.
Wow. Okay, guys.
Wow.
Any
What's your roll today?
preferences?
I want the redhead.
I want the. I look at the cover of the book. I want the redhead. You know, and it's a classic Disney attraction at the same time. So
It is. Now,
yeah.
all right, talk amongst yourselves until I find a nice spot.
How do we talk amongst ourselves
I-
following that?
There's got to be some new news going on. Maybe something happened in the last 15 minutes.
Amazon sales just jumped, 20%, probably. I'm guessing.
While Blue is finding this out, I'll go ahead and read this real quick. Once again, you can pick up a VIP. It's a VIP charter member stuff already sold out, Blue, or?
No. I have. I had a total of 500 VIP membership cards, so there's still some left.
Okay, so here's the deal with this. So you can check out and be part of the DR Adventure VIP Charter member and get those cards with a purchase of a signed book from Bamboo Forest Publishing. And if they want, you can send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the info that's on her website. You can find it at bluecarson.blogspot.com and be part of that as well. So I'll actually put the link in the show notes for the podcast as well as YouTube, so people can just click on the link and check it out for themselves, as well as places to purchase it. And I'll put a link there to Bamboo as well, so people can check that out. So anyway, Blue, are you ready for a few sentences here before Jeff loses his cool?
Okay, I think I am.
Awesome.
All right. It's the first story in the book, and this talks about mainly Jake, who is a college program cast member who I met during Star Wars weekends, of all things. So, and there's some discussion of that. Okay, and it took a while for us to get together for a date, but this is our first date. And our first date is meeting up at the gift shop at Pirates. Okay. From all of our text conversations, Jake knew that anything backstage related turned me on. I had no shame in being a Walt Disney World groupie. Even just walking around a shop in my favorite place in the world with my sexy new friend made it extra special and excited me more than I could hardly stand. As we walked around, I noticed that some people were playing the new Pirates Adventure interactive game in different places in the shop. Jake, have you tried the Pirates Adventure game? Not yet. Some parts of it are actually really cool. I pointed to a curio cabinet on the side of the shop. It contained model ships. Red lights glowed, shots fired, and one of the ships sunk into the cabinet. That was cool, said Jake. All that's missing is a red-headed wench tied to the mast by the pirates. Jake ran his hand through my red hair. My eyes closed, and a wave of warmth rushed down over me. It looks like a fun game, but do you know what I would really like right now? I opened my eyes and glanced at him curiously. A Dole Whip? Maybe later. Right now, what I would like is for us to go ride pirates together. I'm in the mood for a red-headed wench. He continued to fondle my long red hair, twirling a lock of it around in his fingers. Would you like to go for a ride? A red-headed wench ride, huh? That sounds like a new attraction upgrade that I would enjoy. I suppose that it's a good thing that today is no panties in the park day. Oh, is it? His eyes looked down over my body. He smiled and tilted his head slightly, as if he was trying to see through the fabric of my dress. I clasped my hands behind my lower back and lightly swayed my hips back and forth, teasing him as my dress flipped around. Yep, new thing. It's a roll. I think it's just in the testing phase, but I'm hoping that it catches on. Yes, I would definitely support that as a new park enhancement. We walked out of the shop and turned right towards the attraction entrance. I still always looked up to the top of the wall at the entrance each time I was there, hoping that the talking parrot would be back. He never was. Okay, there's a little teaser for you. If you'd like to hear the rest of the story, go through the WDW After Dark Amazon link and purchase it in audio or Kindle or paperback format.
Wow. That was like the best commercial I've ever heard.
Yo ho, yo ho. The pirate life is definitely for me. Yeah.
See, it's got a little bit of Disney little hidden things.
Yeah.
and a little bit of naughty, or a lot of naughty. It picks up.
Oh,
You know, the only thing I'm going to ask now is, like, are we the best show you've ever had?
Of course.
You see, that is all we needed to know.
that's all.
Well, that is awesome. You know, even Kristen would probably approve of this copy. So that is good stuff. Oh, look at Jeff.
Okay. All right. This is gonna cool off a little bit here. You know, I only got through like a paragraph there, and I'm already. Oh.
Hot behind the collar, Jeff Davis.
There's 191 pages of that.
Oh my.
Oh, you see, and there you go.
I do usually tell people, if you buy the audiobook, please do not listen to it while driving. Most people like to listen to audiobooks on their commute, and I do not recommend that.
I'm not gonna touch that one. I'm just gonna leave that alone.
No.
Yeah. Not gonna do it.
Well, you know, the brilliant thing about this, regardless of whether where you purchase the book, you are helping Blu Carson out. Of course, helping a great publisher, you know, in there with those guys of Bamboo Forest Publishing. You can check out the little clips of the stories, a little clip of the audiobook, once again for Amazon, and once again, you can purchase this number 2 on the Amazon, or it was number 2 on Amazon's hot new releases during the first week of release, and also number 5 on Amazon bestseller fantasy erotica list. You can check out, once again, Dark Rides, Erotic Disney Theme Park Adventures by Blu Carson, our guest for tonight's show, and we'll have all of those links on our page on YouTube, as well as on our show links on our audio podcast available through iTunes. Wow, that is just really cool. And so now that we have this, we were going to talk a little bit about maybe some of your adventures throughout downtown Disney and the new and I guess what was that, the Flower and Garden Festival?
Yes.
People want to call it Food and Wine Festival, but it's a Flower and Garden Festival. But I think maybe the best thing we can do is maybe just go through some of your favorite Disney things, because, you know, if Stacy was here, Crazy Stacy, we would ask her about her must-do Disney things. So now that you're here, we might as well ask you about your must-do Disney. And I'm talking about must-do Disney, not like must-do Disney like in your book.
Slightly different connotation.
Slightly different.
Just a little different, yeah.
Because I think if you purchase the book, you can kind of get an idea. But having said that, Blu, why don't you tell us about your favorite attraction, and maybe, guys, you can jump in here with some of your questions about her favorite Disney thing. So, Blu, what is your favorite attraction throughout any Disney park you've been at?
Oh my goodness, I think it changes based on my mood at the time. You know,
if you were stuck with one Disney attraction for the rest of your life on a desert island, what would that attraction be?
Oh
my goodness. That you answer first. That's too hard. Forever and ever.
No.
You're
This
on
is
the hot
all
seat.
about you. This is
We've done
you.
this before.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be one of the classics. It's gonna be one of the original animatronics. It's gonna be something like Tiki Birds. Or do I get to like mess around with the attraction? Because if I'm gonna be stuck there for all eternity, like I'm gonna go into Carousel Progress and play with all the stuff on the
Dear,
stage.
you can do whatever you want to the attraction. Okay. Whatever you prefer, you can do.
It's gonna be like Tiki Birds or Country Bears with the original ones with what is it, Buff and Duff and whatever on the wall. Remember the moose heads on the wall?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I like that version. That would make me happy. Like
Not the
to see
post-
that back.
Yeah, not the post-Christmas neutered version that we see now.
No. God,
I
that's terrible.
still love it, but it makes me sad when I look at the bear wall.
It does. It is sad.
So,
Yeah. Okay, guys. Other questions for Blu? What do we have here?
Favorite restaurant or quick service restaurant to eat at Walt Disney World?
you know what? I really love the Wave. because I can get in there anytime. It's always been good. At least when I've gone there, it's always been good. And I don't know. I like that restaurant a lot. So I think it's like a sleeper restaurant.
Yeah, not a whole lot of people. The Wave doesn't usually come up in anyone's top 5, but
No,
I have to
not really.
say that's a great bar. It's a great bar.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's very unique, like the blue room, the waiting area, and everything. And it's got a lot of organic things, and they do special Tables in Wonderland dinners and everything. So their chefs kind of know what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I
and of
totally
course,
agree.
Raglan Road. I mean, Chef
Oh
Carol's
yeah, good
amazing.
choice. Yeah.
Amazing. So I don't think I've ever had anything bad there.
And
Oh,
as
yes.
per your cover to your book, is the Mickey bar your favorite snack?
It definitely is up there. And you know what? I recently went to SeaWorld, and I tried a Shamu bar there, and I didn't even eat it all. Like, after 2 bites, I'm like, I don't want it. It wasn't the same.
Oh wow.
It wasn't the same. I never expected the Mickey bar to be so good, but I tried one, because I was always getting something fancy, like a fancy specialty cupcake or something if I wanted a treat. But I definitely am all about the Mickey bars now. There's a lot of chocolate going on those.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
And
Totally.
it is featured as a little moment in one of my stories.
See, I love this woman. I absolutely love this woman.
Thank you.
Yeah, if it's like a Mickey bar or a lollipop, you're in trouble, guys.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I'm just warning you ahead of time because I've already screened the book. So, so no, that's good times. Eric, did you have a question about a Disney, most favorite Disney thing?
Okay. Not necessarily has to be a favorite, but we've talked about attractions, we've talked about restaurants. I'm gonna ask you about movie characters. Now, this does not necessarily have to be your favorite, but who do you think is the most underrated Disney character in your opinion?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question, Eric. I like it.
Most underrated.
Yeah, one that you just look at him, him or her, and just say, I can't believe this character doesn't get any more love than they do.
Okay, we're going with Disney characters. We're not including like Jim Henson stuff now or anything, right?
If you want to include Muppets, go ahead.
If I get to include Jim Henson things, I'm going to say Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Okay.
I love that.
It is one of the most amazing things, and if you've ever seen the, I own the DVD of it, and I'm not ashamed to say it. And
Oh, don't be. This is
I wouldn't be
After
either
Dark.
if I had it.
it has all of the outtakes, behind the scenes footage with Jim Henson and I could watch the behind the scenes footage and the outtakes all day. It's fantastic.
Okay,
And
so
I-
speaking of that, Blue, now there are several different versions of that. Did you get the televised version or did you get the edited version of that? Because I don't have the DVD. I only remember seeing it on VHS and then seeing it on YouTube, but it's not the same. Which version did you get?
I believe that I have an edited version because I remember a line from it watching it as a kid of what is it, the possum lady at the beginning whenever
Yep, they took that out.
Yep, the part about the falling off the dock.
Yep.
Yep. And I am very impressed that you know that.
Yes.
But-
Well, I think we all are Muppets fans here. I know
Oh,
that
yeah.
Jeff
Oh, yeah.
and Eric and I and Kristen, we can't wait to see the Muppets back on TV. By the way, that's another thing that we could have
Oh,
talked about
yeah.
as well. But the Muppets coming back to TV is amazing. So anyway, I like your pick.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shoot, underrated. I mean, that is an underrated character for sure, and I'm glad you shed a light on that because more people need to know about Emmett Otter. You know?
I think it's got great music. It's got great creativity. The puppetry is amazing for being, what year was that? Like 76 or something?
It was mid to late 70s. I mean, I remember
Yeah.
when it came out on TV, but I can't remember how much I've seen it since, or if. But yes, that was an amazing show for its time, really for any time.
Mm-hmm.
Consider
For all time.
Yeah, you consider no computer animation, no high-tech special effects. This was all practical.
I mean, it's real artistry. It's creativity, it's innovative, it's artistry, and I mean, you've got to respect it if you see it.
And honestly, there's something so real about the way true puppetry, the way the Henson puppeteers, all those beloved puppeteers, those actors gave life to those characters that you can't get with CGI today. I mean, case in point, Yoda. I mean, I love Yoda. Everybody loves Yoda, but there's something about Frank Oz and his puppetry of Yoda that makes it so much more real than any CGI you've ever seen, you know?
Do you remember from, was it Dark Crystal, Fizzgig?
Yes.
Totally.
Yes.
My dog, when I grew up, I named Fizzgig after
that is awesome. I
that
love
character.
Fizzgig is like one of my favorite names because I think one of my friends was in a punk band and named his band Fizzgig, and I said, that's just the best name for a band ever.
I would listen to that band based on name alone.
Yeah, they weren't a bad band. I mean, that's an awesome name for a band. Well, any other questions before we draw this show to a close for this evening? I tell you,
I can't think of anything.
Well, I tell you, we talked about your underrated character. Maybe we'll leave things off with maybe your favorite Disney character of all time. If you could choose one, who would it be?
I mean, it's going to be one of the princesses, and most people think Ariel because of my hair, and I have been stopped several times by people asking me if I'm trying to look like Ariel, and I usually respond and say I'm older than her. She's trying to look like me. But
I love that. That's a good answer.
But that is my favorite for the music in a movie. I really love the music in that. But I mean, I've probably got to go with classic. It's going to be tied with Cinderella and Belle, but I'm going to say Cinderella because she's got the big castle.
Now there you go.
So,
Yeah.
Well, and I have to say this. So, did you see the new Cinderella? Am I putting you on the spot if I ask about that?
I did not see the movie, but I did. I was at Hollywood Studios and saw the trailer that they were showing there. And I think it looks phenomenal. I have not had a chance, with all the book stuff going on and everything, to go to the theater and see it. I will see it eventually. I have this thing about waiting for the DVDs so that I can see all of the extra footage stuff.
I don't blame you.
That's kind of my hang-up. I'd rather wait around because I don't want a bunch of screaming people around me, and I want to be able to set the volume level and not have someone tall in front of me, and I just want to be at home and have my moment watching my movie and have all the extra footage.
I don't blame you. I am a bonus footage person. That's
Definitely.
why you go out and you buy Blu-rays anyway, because you want to get all that bonus footage. You want interviews and behind the scenes. I think that's the best thing that any movie company can ever do to sell movies is give us more of the experience. But I will say this: Cinderella is definitely a thumbs up, and both Chris and I really liked it. And I have to say this too, that if you really like Alice in Wonderland, and if you like Drew Barrymore's Ever After, which I really like, I'm a big Drew Barrymore fan, but I love Drew Barrymore's Ever After. This one comes really damn close. So I have to put it in terms of Disney live action movies that are based on or reboots of animated movies. This one it comes right underneath Alice in Wonderland for me. So
I really liked, from what I saw, I really liked Helena's take on the fairy godmother, because she still has that edge to her and that oddity to her, but it's not in the creepy way. It's in I like to think of it as like that fun drunk aunt way.
let me tell you, she steals the show.
I'm sure.
She steals the show. Kristen and I love her, and we loved her in Harry Potter. Bellatrix is still one of my favorite, hottest characters ever. She's awesome, but yeah, she definitely makes the movie. And guys, if you haven't made plans to buy this movie just for her alone, you should, because it's that good. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Blue, you've been such a great guest, and we really appreciate you hanging out. This has been an appearance that has been weeks in the making, and I'm glad our schedules finally were able to match up, and the stars aligned, and the planets were perfectly aligned to make this happen for tonight. And I want to once again urge everyone out there to check out her links. Blu Carson is her name, and the book once again, and you can check it out on Amazon, and of course, courtesy of the imprint, the publisher themselves, Bamboo Forest Publishing. It is Dark Rides, Erotic Disney Theme Park Adventures, and you can check out Blu Carson at BlueCarson.blogspot.com, also on Twitter, also on Facebook. We'll put all the links in the show notes. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Aljon. Thank you, Jeff. And thank you, Eric.
You are very welcome. Make sure you please come back anytime you like.
I will. Anytime you want to have me on, please let me know. I want to talk to Kristen.
Yeah,
I want to talk food with Kristen.
I think we can make that happen. I think we can make that happen because we should have a very special food special coming up, and then we can also talk about Muppets, because when the Muppets come back on TV, we can always talk about that.
Oh, I would love that. I can't wait.
Absolutely.
So, tell her safe trip home for me.
Oh, absolutely. She's going to be listening to the show for sure. When we're now that we're buttoning up the show, once again, Mr. Eric Allen, where can people find you, sir?
You can find me on Twitter for Disney shenanigans at Sorcom Review, and for less Disney-oriented shenanigans at Uncle Servo.
Mr. Jeff Disney Davis.
You can find me on Twitter at DW_60, or my personal Twitter is at JeffDavis_75. Listen to me Thursday mornings, Sorcerer Radio at SRSounds.com, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, with an encore presentation at 7 p.m. every single Thursday, Sorcerer Radio.
Thank you, Jeff. And, of course, you can find me at Jedi Mouseketeer. You can find Kristen at Dining at Disney. Don't forget, too, that Dining at Disney has a brand new podcast with Kristen and, of course, her co-host from the West Coast, Jay Bratton from Disgeek Podcast, Dining at Disney Podcast. Please download it. Please like and subscribe to it. And there's also the video podcast, by the way, also on Google and YouTube. You need to check it out at The Dining at Disney on YouTube. Of course, you can find me and Kristen at WDW Tiki Room. You can hear the live show every single Friday. We've had the last 2 Fridays off because we haven't been in the studio. But this Friday, I'll have a very special show for you. You won't want to miss it. You'll be able to check that out on Sorcerer Radio, of course, one of our promotional partners at srsounds.com every Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern. And you can hear the podcast version of the WDW Tiki Room as well at iTunes, as well as Stitcher Radio, just like you can find WDW After Dark. And my brand new wrestling show, by the way, Pro Wrestling Cast. If you're a big fan of WWE, Ring of Honor, or any other wrestling promotion, you can check me out as well. And by the way, Jeff, we need to have you on for our next pay-per-view special. So,
yes, Extreme Rules coming up. Yes,
Extreme
I would
Rules.
love to. I'd love to talk about that. Yeah, it's going
we're
good.
working. We're actually working on having Booker T, the 5-time WCW champion, on the show,
Nice.
as well as Victoria from WWE and TNA as well. So
Outstanding.
really fun. So it's going to be great. Want to make sure you tune in to all of our great podcasts, because Eric is also on Mighty Marvel Geeks as well. Please check out our partner and our good friends at We Be Geeks, the podcast network, where you can find wrestling, podcasts, Disney, Star Wars, comics, video games, and, of course, Dining at Disney, and much, much more, as well as our friend Dan Barnes from eTicket Time. You can find that his highlight show is there as well. So thank you so much to those guys. We're going to wrap the show up. Thanks again, once again, to Blue for joining us on the show, and have a great week, and we will see you next time on WDW After Dark. Have a great night.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Crisis for the geek kind. Top geek officials admit they underestimated the hipsters' defense capability. Join the geek revolution and save the galaxy. Geeks from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future. They're doing their part. Are you? Want to know more? Join Weeby Geeks and the Geek Revolution and save the world. Service guarantees citizenship. Listen to Weeby Geeks podcast on iTunes and Stitcher or online at WeebyGeeks.net. Weeby Geeks, your voice for the Geek Revolution. Want to know more?